Hey gentlemen, welcome back to Alpha Legacy. For a man concluding that women fear single men much more than we do women is the most significant, most impactful discovery in mgtow. Most single guys are straightforward. They aren't with anyone because they aren't valuable enough, or maybe because no one wants them, or perhaps because they haven't improved themselves enough to gain the respect of women yet. Being rejected and coming off as weird is why single guys are afraid to approach women. What if I told you how different the game is? Modern women are fearful of single men, not just one, as in the singular. And the more single men appear, the more they have cause to be alarmed. To understand why women are the way they are, we must first unravel some fundamental aspects of their biology and cognitive processes. I've already discussed hypergamy on this channel and how women constantly look for the best man. Women appreciate their perception of themselves. It is generally acknowledged that women are the embodiment of attractiveness and appeal. Women are utilized as symbols of passion and love because they are the embodiment of human beauty and because it is their most compelling selling point in TV ads. This is because a woman's most valuable weapon is her appearance. That made her a desirable lady in the past. It is why the beauty industry was founded and jewelry has been worn for thousands and even millions of years. That's why makeup has a long history that dates back to ancient Egypt. Women place significance on their appearance. They judge their worth based on how appealing and desirable they appear. They will draw better suitors if they can maintain that appearance. She will have access to an immense pool of men chasing her and unquestionably select the one who exhibits the highest in the male dominance hierarchy. In other words, how extensive a bag of men a woman can attract is the most crucial aspect in determining her value in society. She feels more desirable the more men she receives advances from and does favors for. She won't have any self-worth if no one asks her out and she gets turned down. If you believe rejection affects you as a man, see how much worse it hurts women. This is not hypothetical. It happens. Because they're not used to rejection, women get irrational when they receive it. Women become distraught when they are turned down or if a date is postponed. She will become demoralized entirely if she is trying to attract the attention of men and no one, not even a bunch of losers, gets distracted from their purpose. As women enter their late 20s, their pool of potential mates starts to shrink because she starts losing attraction. Modern women, who are the most promiscuous, have a massive phobia of unmarried males. They fear single men who are content with their lives much more. The thought of a single man being so pleased and prosperous without requesting attention from women is unbearable to them. These men pose a severe threat to modern women, thus they don't want them to become more prevalent. The media is so preoccupied with portraying mgtow as an extremist movement. They are labeling this movement as being for incels and lonesome men who act entitled, but in reality, it is made up of the pleased single men they so fear. Why is it the case? What makes lone males a threat to women? Their value is in jeopardy because of the guys pursuing them, vying for their attention and proposing marriage to them. However, they don't get attention from hyper-masculine, successful men. They go crazy. Women rely on this fantasy and date hundreds of men while searching for the ideal match. To that system, single men are like rebels. They refuse to do what society has instructed them to do. Women have overrated the conclusion that successful men have come to. You will hear that from every stand-up comic and wealthy man with easy access to women. They calculated the cost-to-reward ratio and did not find it to be to their advantage. Furthermore, when you factor in the problems of the present world such as harassment laws, divorce traps, and allegations, the risk-to-reward ratio is much lower. Women were overrated and not worth it. Many guys who could comprehend how the world operated came to know. For a few minutes of pleasure, it isn't worth spending time with ladies and requesting their attention. Many men who had unpleasant interactions with women and found the women unattractively masculine left and became monks. During their indulgent time with women, they exercise and build their life up. They created enterprises, embarked on journeys, and discovered complete happiness that a woman could never offer. The danger of mgtow is not that it is made up of lone, oddball men but high-value men, women who want to seduce and settle with, and who are not easy to control and manipulate. These guys know how women are and don't want to play that game anymore, which poses a threat. Even more, they overcame their innate tendencies and ceased to associate their happiness and self-worth with the women they could attract, starting to rely instead on the meaning they could derive from their lives. That's a fatal blow to the lady who was counting on men like these to approach her at the club so she could obtain free drinks, expensive dinners, and outfits, all while bragging about it on social media. These guys don't want to play anymore, and they also don't want to interact with her. The number of guys doing this has suddenly increased, and modern women are becoming increasingly alarmed. Where are all the SI and PS? They inquire. They fail to comprehend how a man can be so content and laid back without having any interest in the dating scene. He can't possibly be unconcerned about women. Some ladies view it as having a sort of masculine strength. It presents a challenge to certain ladies. However, they are all connected by their attraction, and they all want to know how this man can be so content and solely focused on his goals without considering women. What will contemporary women do furthermore if this keeps happening? They are unable to interact with the betas that they would like to. The only purpose of the betas is to listen to her and give her favors. She ultimately wants to start dating mgtow men so she can exploit divorce rules to her advantage and become wealthy. For her to boast to her friends about her beautiful suburban home and spend outrageous amounts of money shopping. She wants to date men like them, and she has little control over them. It would be a severe threat if these men suddenly decide to become single and concentrate on their goals. The women will chase them if these men go full monk mode. Remember that women's lives are not the same as men's. Their appeal and attractiveness are limited. The moment she reaches a certain age, they will stop looking for dates. No one will want to be her man. Nonetheless, a man has nothing to lose by remaining alone. Its worth will keep rising. If she can't land a man right away, she's in grave danger. Worse, if the man looks to have no interest in her, she's left with no options. This is why women fear contented single men. That is all for today, gentlemen. If you want to see similar videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Press the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos.